Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining me here on Tuesday night here at Poe on the Go. Tonight, we're going to have another live stream tutorial about using the AP laser and how you can engrave, cut, make different products with it, and get everything going. First off, let me say hello to everybody that's in here. Mojo, my good bro. Thank you for joining us. Nasty Nathaniel, Marjan, Daniel, and Hada, thank you for joining us. Grand Theft Hoopty, again, love that name. And of course, the Queen Mama Goldie is in the house, and Goldie wanted me to show you something that I had made for her. And here it is. So, the way this came about is Marilyn Honig had wanted me to do up some kind of badge for her as a badge of honor for being a person of interest, as I had called her. So, hey, Colonel Brock, how's it going, brother? So I decided to do one up for Goldie as the boss mama, the moderator queen. So I sent that out to her and she wanted me to show it to everyone. So, but you know how this goes before we get started. We got to bring in our old buddy, Clearwater Chad. How we doing tonight, Chad?
Good. Thanks for having me on, Paul. We'll get right to work since we got a lot of work to do. All right. All right. Weather in Clearwater, Florida, 82 degrees. Precip is at 20. Wind is at 5. And 75% humid, and that's both Chads agree on that.
Thank you, sir. All right. Oh, let's see. One with cats and Jennifer M. Thank you guys for jumping in. So, what I'm going to be engraving on tonight is glass. And a lot of people had thought for the longest time you could not engrave on glass because it's clear. Hey, Willie, how's it going, brother? And the thing is that it is possible to engrave on glass. It's not an impossibility. The fact is that what happens is the laser, if you set it up properly, the laser creates what are called microfractures in the glass itself. And those microfractures show up as almost a foggy kind of view in through the glass. So you're actually creating these very minute microfractures in there that are helping to distort the light that's going through the glass and creating the image that's on there. And for tonight, I figured what we would do is we would throw in an engraving of our old pal Roscoe. Roscoe's in the house right now. There's a cat next door that's been coming around and it's been driving him absolutely nuts. So we had to leave him in the house. And let's see, Irma. Hey, Irma, thank you for joining us. So we're going to get started on this. And what we've got here is I'm using the RD Works for this. Let me get over to that screen. And so what we're doing here, let me get him up a little bit better there. This is an image of Roscoe. You've probably seen it on the tile that I engraved with Roscoe's image on it. And this is right after we'd gotten Roscoe. He was maybe I'd say probably 3 months old at that point. We'd gotten him a sweater and he just looked so cool in that sweater. We had to do something about it. So that's why I did this up. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try to engrave this image on the glass. And I've already marked the image out at 5 inches by 5 inches. The pane of glass that I have is 12 by 12. I have some pre-engraving that I'd done on it to try to test it out, make sure I had everything the way I needed it. So what we're going to do is we're going to our settings mode here and into my library. I have glass saved in there already, and we're going to load it in. And what I'm going to have is a speed of 35 inches per second, no repeat runs on it, and it's going to have the air assist on. My minimum power setting is going to be 20% with my maximum at 45, and everything's set for output on it. And so the next thing is we click OK on that. That gives us our settings. And we're going to get ready to download it to the computer. I'm going to change this to Roscoe Jeep because he's an OG. Let's make sure that's right. Good. So everything is loading in there. I don't know if it should. Yeah, it shows up on there. Good. It is fully loaded to the machine. And that's one of the nice things of having some machine like the AP laser, I have a air ventilation system that pulls everything away. And especially if I'm doing something like glass and it's creating micro fractures in that glass, I want to make sure that I'm not inhaling glass particles while this is going down. So we'll pull that screen back out, and we're going to pull this one up. And as you see, I've already got the glass in place there. I put it where I want it, and I put my um, home point on the laser so I know where I'm going to be. Like I said, I'm doing this in 5 inches by 5 inches. It should be a nice, decent engraving on there and should come out really nice on it. If it messes it up anyway, that's completely going to be on me. And let's see, we got Destoni Salazar, welcome. And I believe I've already said hello to Willie Weed. So, Chad, you ready?
Yep. Both Chads are ready.
Little Chad ready?
Little Chad's ready to go. Yep.
All righty, let's get this to the main screen here, and I'm going to go ahead and start with the engraving process. You're going to see me frame it in, and then you'll see it start with the process of actually engraving it. So let me get the air system on so that it starts pushing all of these particles out while it's working, and then we're going to get going. Okay, so while this is going, I'll talk a little bit more about what's going on. Hopefully it's not too loud behind me. I've got the filtration system going right now, pulling everything out while this engraves the image on the glass. And like I said, what's going on is as the laser passes over, the program that I'm running tells the laser when to fire the beam into the glass. So what's going to happen is every time it passes over where it's supposed to happen, it's going to fire the beam. And like I said, it's going to create that micro fracture in the glass. And that's going to give it that milky or foggy kind of appearance. And that's going to end up leaving us the image that's on there. As I can already see, it's putting the image on there just like I wanted. And it's burning in real good. I mean, literally, with this AP laser system and the programs to run it, it's pretty much a no-brainer. I've got a lot of people that told me they don't think that they can actually do this. And the fact is that pretty much anybody can do it. Once you just sit down, take the time, a little bit of patience, a little bit of figuring things out, what's going to happen is you're going to find that it's much easier than you thought it would be. And I've had people asking me, how do you make money with these? Well, first off, and yeah, it's hot in here. I had to close everything up because I live, all the planes from Metro Airport either fly over my house coming to Metro Airport or fly over my house getting away from Metro Airport. So I have to close everything up, and it stays nice and hot in the garage while I'm doing it, even with a fan on me. But people have asked how I make money. Let's see. I'm going to, Marjan, I'm going to talk about that in just a little bit here. Hey, Terry, what's going on? So what's the easy ways for making money is that you find niches that need to be filled. All right. One of the things that I do is I approach the local veterinary clinics, places like that. Unfortunately, pets pass away, and it's a very hard time for the owners. It's a very disturbing time. So what we do is I make memorials where they give me an image of the animal, and I will take that image and I'll put it into slate, onto wood, even glass, as a memorial that the family can have of their beloved pet. Or, and as for us, Roscoe is just as much a member of the family as anyone is. We love him to death. And so losing Roscoe would be a tremendous blow to the family. We love that dog to death. Now, if you look, you can see the image is burning in there really nicely. That's real good. So what's going to happen is when this is finished with the engraving, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to use Windex and paper towel. I'm going to clean off all those little glass particles that are on there. So I go to veterinary clinics, places like that. I'm talking with a few different funeral service companies about doing memorials and doing the headstones and the marble, because you can engrave in that, and I'm going to have a tutorial coming up on that. Also, I have friends who have kids that are in travel sports teams. Those folks pay a ton of money. The family pays a ton of money. They want to buy memorials of the child being part of this travel sports team. So I give them a set price on what it's going to cost and what I'm going to do for them. They in turn around and they add a certain percentage to it so that they can make money off of it. The awesome thing is it's almost like fishing in a barrel, because the parents, the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, they're all going to be wanting to get involved with it. And we're done. So you'll see me going over there, and I'm going to clean it off and then bring it on back here so you can. All right. Someone had asked me about about the lid being open while I'm running the machine. I don't do that. The the machine actually will not work while the lid is open. So let me turn off this exhaust. There we go. That's a little better. So the machine will not work while the lid is open. So you have to have that lid closed. So there's no concern there about how this actually works on that level. So let me pull Chad out real quick so I can go full screen with this. And let's get him over here where you can see it. So and the awesome thing about it is it comes through on either side. And that's what I find really interesting, is how detailed that this will put an image into a piece of glass. And you can literally run your finger over it and you can feel where it's engraved into the glass. I mean, it's just a minute surface scratch in it that the lasers put in there. But the thing is, that's permanent. It's not coming off. You're not going to be able to rub that off. You saw me cleaning it with the Windex, and all that did was just clean off all those micro abrasions that were on there, all the little pieces that were left on it, and pulled it right off. And we'll give you another closer look here. So trying to get it so you can't see the screen behind it, but it gives you an idea. And that is really simple. You can take a photograph, I'm going to start showing the processes of preparing photographs for it. Yes, sir. I can do pictures of people on there just as well. I can do, any image that you can get me, as long as I can contrast it out enough so that the image is readable. The problem is sometimes some of the photographs, the imagery on it is too murky. I can't get it broken down enough to be able to make the image last on there. Hey, Grammy Pammy. Uh, oh, you know what? That's a great idea. I hadn't even thought about that. in all honesty, we're staying so busy with the business, and then as I said, my wife has a courier business that we're both working at, and then with all the live streams and everything, it gets a little bit busy, but I stay on top of it. Uh, yeah, the Cree cut. I've seen those now. See, I before the Cree cut came out, I had already bought a plotter cutter, which is for doing vinyl, and so I never got the Cree cut. The Cree cut, it was just too small. Mine will do 24-inch width at any length that you could put through it. Let's see. What quality of print do I need? Um, I adjust the DPI myself in the program, adjusting the image. And I usually, for photographs, things like that, I like to stay within the 150 to the 200 range on the DPIs for it. Yep, I've been approaching. There's some churches that I'm working with. As a matter of fact, my church, I've done a lot of work for them and cutting out signs and things like that for different events they're having at the church and different things. For the church, I don't charge them. I use material that I have. If I don't have the material, someone in the church will buy it. So that's how that normally goes. Let's see here. See if you got any more questions on it, go right ahead and ask me. Let's see here. Colonel, it's just a standard painted glass that I got from Amazon. Let me get my calipers out here. Zeroed out. All right, and we are looking at right at about a 16th of an inch in thickness. So it's not very thick glass, but it really doesn't matter on the thickness of the glass because all you're doing is you're working with the actual surface of the glass, not the interior of it. Let's see what we got here. You're on your sixth Cree cut? Wow. Now, see, here's the thing. I've had my plotter cutter that I bought off of eBay 20 years ago, and I'm still using it to this day. And I paid $120 with shipping for it. And then when I saw the prices of the Cree cuts or the crickets or whatever they call them, I was like, I don't know about that. Maybe when mine poops out, I would think about it. But the thing is, it's still up and running and it's doing great. As a matter of fact, I haven't even changed out the needle that cuts the vinyl. Yeah, Debbie, yeah, that's the thing is that when you have something like this, unless you're doing it in the unless you're doing it in the hobby and you're just doing it for friends and family, you know, it can get a bit pricey with the materials and everything. But if you're looking to make money, these are amazing. And one of the things I said in the last live stream is that you'll find with the CO2 lasers, they're much faster than the diode lasers. They get the product out there a lot better. Let's see. And no, it's not tempered glass. Uh, the thing is with Joe, with the CO2 lasers and everything, you can't do metal. You can cover the metal with what is called a burning agent, and hopefully that will burn it into the metal. And what you're actually doing is you're burning the agent itself. It's heating up enough that it actually indents into the to the metal. But for the most part, you can't engrave in metal with a diode or a CO2 laser. I mean, the very thin stuff, almost like aluminum foil thickness, yeah, you can do that. But you need something like a fiber laser that can do those kinds of things. Let's see. Pimping ain't easy. Yeah, that's true. The scrapbook and stuff, my goodness. Glass challenge coins would be, yeah, they would be cool, Colonel. I would just worry about being able to cut the glass to do it. All right, let's see what else we got here. Uh, yes, I can engrave on resin. Resin is It's much like the acrylic, and it's somewhere between the acrylic and the glass. But yeah, you can engrave on resin. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a couple of resin projects right now. I'm actually doing a guitar where 50% of the body is resin. So let's see if we got any more questions before we head into an announcement we're going to be making. Let's see here. And no, doesn't look like it. So, okay, I'm sure as everyone knows that what's going on with Mike Render having been diagnosed with advanced esophageal cancer. The treatment is incredibly expensive. And that was one of the worries about the treatment that Mike had was, is this going to be such an impact on his family that it would hurt them if he were to pass? You know, they would be left with this huge mountain of debt. So the SPTV community has come together, and he's going to start treatment because so many people have reached out. They're giving from their hearts to help him. So, Chad, if you want to make the announcement on what we're looking at.
Oh, and how much? About the event for Rinder.
The telethon.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay. So June 26th, we're going to be doing a telethon to raise money for the same. Just what Poe said, more money for Mike's treatment because he'll need the treatment every month, and we're gonna go June 26th, Monday, right after the main event show. We're gonna go all night again, same as the one we did last month.
Excellent. Now, who all do we have involved so far that have said yes? They're gonna come on for the live stream telethon.
Marilyn and Julie are doing pretty much all this. A lot of this.
Marilyn and Juliana.
Yeah, scheduling. Yep.
Okay.
We have to work out.
And I know I'll be on there. I know you're going to be involved as well.
Yep.
The nice thing is hopefully we're going to have some surprise guests throughout the telethon itself, and be able to have, you know, a real good lineup of folks from the SPTV community that are going to be there to do it. Hey, Jeff D, how you doing? That's all right, brother. You're here. That's the main thing. So we all know that this community has a huge amount of love for everyone that's involved. And I'm not just talking about us who are the content creators. Hey, Joel McCain. It's the community itself. It's all of you who watch, all of you who participate. All of us are becoming a community altogether. And the thing is that we have to support each other. And hey, Juliana, welcome. Did I already say hi to Juliana?
I'm not sure.
You know what? We can say hi to her twice.
Absolutely.
And Juliana, Thursday night, can you come on my live stream and help to explain a little bit more about what's going on with the live stream telethon? So just let me know in the comments there. You know, the thing is that yeah, Brock, we are Legion. The thing is that I know personally, having battled cancer, I know what he's the thing is, I know what he's going through. As I've said before, when I was initially diagnosed, thank you, Juliana. I'll get you the link and I'll email you this week. When I was initially diagnosed, it took 3 months before I could get in to see an oncologist. An oncologist is a doctor who specializes in bloodborne and cancer. And peace and love, that 3 months leading up to it was such a devastating time. I was terrified, not at the fact of death, but I was terrified of how was my family going to be supported? Who was going to take care of my family? Who was going to protect my family? My children were already, I believe, 18, 19 years old at the time. And the thing is that he, when I found out, I was terrified because, I have a child that's on the autism spectrum, which made things even more terrifying for me. So I know going into this how Mike feels, and I know that it's beatable. I'm an example myself that you can beat it. You have to stay strong, you have to stay positive. And one of the big things that really helped me out was the love and support from friends and family who came out to show support for me when they found out, because I had kept it quiet for quite a while. And it was my wife who actually let everybody know. So that's what happened. And I know that he can beat this. The advancements now are far much more than they were when I was going through it. And, it's right now he's in a dark place because he's scared to death. And I know that, like me, he's worried about his family. So continue to keep your thoughts and prayers with Mike. And Thursday night when I come on, I'm going to have Juliana Bittencourt is going to join me, and Chad, and she'll be able to explain a little bit more as we get things rolling. But we want to get this out there to everyone. Everybody in the community needs to know that this is going to be happening. We need to show our love and our support for Mike. So thank you very much. And thank you for your continued support. We can't do this without you folks. Chad, you got anything to add?
I think you touched on it. We're all pulling for Mike, and we're glad the donations came in. That's our main priority is to get Mike the help he needs.
Exactly. And folks, I'm about 50 away from 3,000 subscribers. So share this as much as you can. I'm almost there. Hey, Leanne, how's it going? And Joel McQueen. Let's see. Great the way the group is and was able to help. I am proud to be part of this. We are all proud to be part of this. It is, this is a great community we've got. And the fantastic thing is we have the ability of stringing off on different things. Like I'm having the AP laser nights where I'm doing the crafts with the AP laser, showing how you can do these things yourself. You have Chad is doing his art sessions, his live streams, and make sure you get over there if you haven't, and give Chad a like and a subscribe. Hey, Mandy, hola. So we've all, it's amazing how supportive everyone is. We got Marilyn with her knitting, as you see, little Chad there with Big Chad. And there's been a lot of people asking about that. If you're interested in getting one for yourself, get hold of Marilyn Honig on Facebook. She has the Coffee, Colts, and Crafts Facebook page. Get over there, make sure you join that, show some love, and talk to her about what you want. If you have something special you'd like to have her make up for you, talk to her about that. She loves doing this stuff. Let's see. Leanne, good, and still have to put the washing on the line. All right. Thank you, Leanne. Thank you for being here. So, and also, in the merch section, I added the Story Hour with Xenu t-shirts in there. So if you're interested in that, I think they're pretty cool. And I have a big announcement coming up soon. Been saying I've been working on the contracts. We're getting everything set. I have a product that's going to be coming out. So thank you, Joe. Thank you for sharing it. Make sure you're showing your love to Goldie out there. Goldie is the boss mama. Let me put her her appreciation point up there for everybody to see. Goldie, the moderator queen, boss mama of SPTV. She is Goldie rocks it. I don't know how she keeps up with all this, but man, you talk about being able to multitask. She's on fire. So let's see here. Also, make sure you get over and you check out Anhada's YouTube channel. She's got a lot of good stuff she's putting up there. Your Mojo, who is my good buddy Joe Pinto, he has been doing some amazing content for quite a while, and he really shares a lot of his personal experiences, some great meditation things. And if I'm having one of those days, I know I can always jump in and check out one of Joe's one of his episodes that he has up, and it helps to calm me down. It's very, very, very good stuff, and I'm blessed to have someone like Joe as a friend. Just as I'm blessed to have Chad as a friend, and all of you. So thank you very much. And you know how it goes, folks. Life is short. We only get one shot at it. And make sure you got it the right way. Make it count, folks. So thank you very much for joining us. And again, make sure you check back in on Thursday night. We'll have Juliana on here so we can actually make a official announcement on what's going on with things and how things are looking forward. But again, thank you so very much for joining me. Thank you, Chad, as always.
Thanks,
Make
Paul.
sure you get that Kool-Aid and
I
10
will.
exit, folks.